Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin so. Holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Hey Charlie, I'm pregnant, living on 9th Street, right above your dirty bookstore, off Euclid Avenue. I stopped taking dope and I quit drinking whiskey. My old man plays the trombone and works out at the track. He says that he loves me, even though it's not his baby. He says that I'll raise him up like he would his own son. He gave me a ring that was worn by his mother. Takes me out dancing every Saturday night. Hey Charlie, I think about you every time I pass a filling station. I count all the grease you used to wear in your hair. I still have that record, Little Anthony and the Imperials. Someone stole my record player, now how do you like that? Hey Charlie, I almost went crazy after Mario got busted. So I went back to Omaha to live with my folks. But everyone I used to know was either dead or in prison. So I came back to Minneapolis. This time I think I'm gonna stay. Charlie, I think I'm happy for the first time since my accident. I wish I had all the money we used to spend on dope. I'd buy me a used car lot and I wouldn't sell any of them. Just drive a different car every day, depending on how I feel. Hey Charlie, for Christ's sakes, if you want to know the truth of it, I don't have a husband. He don't play the trombone. I need to borrow money to pay this lawyer. Charlie, hey, I'll be eligible for parole, come Valentine's Day. Yeah.
Let's keep it going for everything we've seen tonight so far. And let's hear it for this wonderful band, Wasted and Ruined. Okay, guys, let's see what you can do. We got Patrick McMains on bass. Hey, good, Kobishop on drums. You all know him, you all love him. Brent Mitchell on guitar. Let's hear it. I don't know if any of you have ever had somebody steal your parking space, but the other day someone stole my parking space. I looked out the kitchen window and my driveway was missing. My least favorite flavor of jelly is petroleum. 6 months ago I became a professional dog walker. As of this morning, my dog owes me $3,000. Guy, you're supposed to be flying behind me. Get that money. The discussion finally came around to what kind of frozen pizza Jesus would eat. We decided on Supreme Self-Rising. My favorite thing about dinosaurs is the gummy vitamin. You wouldn't think it to look at me, but I was once the youngest person in the world. The woman next door collects refrigerator magnets. All night long there's this scraping sound as my appliances move slowly across the kitchen floor. I saw a man with a sign, "Will work for food." Some people really hate grocery shopping. Adam, alone with God, complained of being alone. Later he tried to apologize, but it was too late. When God told Eve that she had sinned, Eve said, "Does that mean I can put some clothes on?" Sometimes when I'm bored, I go to the grocery store and disconnect all the bananas. I like to save the crusts from a loaf of bread and pretend that it's a bun. I needed to see a chiropractor for my back, but all we did was dance because I went to a choreographer by mistake. I have a reticent form of OCD. I feel compelled to do certain things, but not right now. My mother never forgave me for not liking her milk. Some men don't like to put on a condom, but I do because it means I'm about to have sex. Last night I thought I saw myself floating above the bed, but it was just my levitating identical twin. Motivation and opportunity are good things to have, as long as you're not a murder suspect. When I'm in a restaurant and I need to sneeze, I go to the salad bar and use the sneeze guard. I make miniature marshmallows for a hobby. The only bad thing about being Dracula is you never know how your haircut looks in back. For a bug, does it hurt extra bad to get hit in the feeler? The fear of being stuck inside a chimney is Santa claustrophobia. I asked the girl in the men's department if they had bowler hats. She said, bowlers don't wear hats. I went to the pet crematorium with my dead cow, but it was a non-dairy crematorium. Fruit Loops are Cheerios with makeup and perfume. Cerebral palsy is the thinking man's palsy. I wanted to go miniature golfing, but it snowed, so I went miniature cross-country skiing instead. My heroes are Icarus, Sisyphus, and the itsy-bitsy spider. Ducks know decoys aren't real, but they fly down anyway, because to them, it's art. I'll just have a sliver, said the overweight termite at the birthday party. Liberals develop a value system during their teenage years, but with conservatives, it happens between the ages of 2 and 5. If the inventor of the walkie-talkie had also invented television, it would be called the City Watchie. I have a sign on my front door that says, please use the back door. I have another sign on my back door that says, on second thought, maybe the front door would be better. You get the rim shots. Getting married for sex is like taking up golf for the free pencils. The doctor told me I have a brain tumor. He said the most important thing is to maintain a positive attitude, and I should think of this as the first day of the rest of my month. To confuse my dog, I sometimes bark like a dog. To confuse me, my dog says, stop it. I don't know about you, but I love getting compliments. The other day, a cop told me I have an outstanding wife. When I was a kid, I thought Pop was Snap and Crackle's dad. I was already a vegetarian when I found out that plants have feelings and can communicate with each other, so now I can't eat anything. Lyme disease isn't as refreshing as it sounds. When the blind man died, his seeing eye dog was despondent because it really should have seen that truck. If you don't pay for your baby, the hospital keeps it and it grows up to be a cafeteria worker. If you're bad at being a Satanist, do you go to heaven? If If you want your name to be remembered long after you are dead, find young people with excellent memories and tell them your name. I'm Dan Nielsen. Thanks for listening. Let's hear it for the band.
Learned something this evening. That a lot of you cats know time waits better than I do. But I know something better than you do, and that's freestyle rapping. So this is called Diamonds on My Windshield, Nick Ramsey style. And I was only able to feel this comfortable because Dan Nielsen came up here and made me feel comfortable. Make some noise for everybody in the place to be. And I want to thank John Bloner, front and center, for making this happen. That's the spearhead behind a lot of this, man. Who's the spearhead? John Bloner. Who's the spearhead? John Bloner. Who's the spearhead? Who's the spearhead? Damn right. Diamonds on my windshields, tears from heaven. You ever seen those little drops on your windshield? That's what we're talking about tonight. Talk about a steel train in the rain. The wind bites my cheek through the wind. Late nights, freeway driving always makes me sing. So I do this with my legs, make me feel like a butterfly. I'm a monarch, and I'm flapping my wings for you. Look at my crotch. I got a duster trying to change my tune, pulling up fast in the right, rolling relentlessly. Oh, hold on, stop. I got a duster trying to change my tune, pulling up fast in the right, rolling restlessly by a 24-hour moon. And I took that coach bus down from Racine, stopped at Union Park Tavern for a nice Jim Beam. Met a guy named David who lives above Gene Preston. Met a guy named David who lives above Gene Preston, drinking on them Baileys. You know who I'm talking about. Said, yeah, I know Gene. She was something like a laureate, which means laureate in English. I got tears from heaven, windshield filled with diamonds, and I know that my brain's going up, and I think that I'll be shining like a beacon, I'm freaking like Beakman. That's right, you see, I'm hanging at Fusion. Where you at? Yo, you're at the place to be. Time waits up. Pulling into town on the interstate. Talk about a steel train in the rain. Got a duster trying to change my tune. Got a Wisconsin hiker with a cue ball head, wishing he was home in a Wisconsin bed. Yeah, that's a famous line I heard. Not as famous as the Wisconsin cheese curd. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Say ah, ha, ha, ha. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Say ah, ha, ha, ha. Is it perch from the lake? Is it perch from the lake? You got ocean perch that you serve for dinner at a fish fry? Oh, no. Got ocean perch. You got ocean perch. You got cod. I like lake perch and I like the smells. Talk about a steel train in the rain. 15 feet of snow in the east, colder than a well digger's ass. I almost wore my brass monkey t-shirt because his ass is cold too. Colder than a well digger's ass. Colder than a ticket taker's smile. Colder than a brass monkey. Colder than outside when you got no pants on. You at Fusion, I think you are. Better visit that lady who's standing right there, right behind the bar. She said, let me give you a drink. Let me give you time to think. Better give her $1, maybe give her $5. Make sure you're able to drive. Cause you got diamonds on the windshield, tears straight from heaven. Got orange driving, neon villain, theater filling to the brim. Slave girls in a hot sperm, bucket full of sin. Sailors jockey for the fast lane, 101, don't miss it. Got rolling hills, concrete fields, the broken lines in your mind. Yeah, I can read lines, but I'd rather freestyle. Got Don Miller, I got Don Miller. He's a caterpillar, grown to a butterfly. Check my legs, check my legs. We got Don Miller, got a bartender, better tip that lady. Got myself some mashed potatoes, I got a turkey, where's the gravy? Oh, I know I got it, I made it with butter, called that a nice tasting roux. Oh, that's right, I walk down here, maybe I skateboarded too. Oh, Tom Waits is a tribute, he's about to be 70. Gotta talk about that, cause I know I gotta do this so heavenly. So I fly with my legs. I'm a monarch, I ain't in England. Check it out. 8s go east and the 5s go north. Merging Nexus back and forth. You see your sign, cross the line, signal in with a blink. The radio's gone, off the air, gives you time to think. Get a drink at the bar. Get a drink at the bar. Say it. Get a drink at the bar. Get a drink. Tip your bartender. Get a drink at the bar. Say it. Get a drink at the bar. Say it. Get a drink at the bar. Tip your bartender. That's right. There's a rumble as you fumble for your last cigarette. Blazing through the midnight jungle, remembering those you met. One more block, the engine talks, it whispers, home at last. And it whispers, home at last. I said, diamonds on my windshields and tears straight from heaven. Pulling into town on the interstate, talk about a steel train in the rain. Now the wind bites my cheek through the wing. Late nights and freeway driving always makes me sing. Nick, you got on stage and you did your thing. Hang with John Bloner, that's the man. Hang with John Bloner, that's the man. Yeah. Poets laureate gather on stage at a place called Fusion, yes. No, I grabbed this microphone, it is red and maybe pink like you're under your dress. Oh shit. What I say? I said what came to my mind, like a growth from the spine. That's right, yo, I call it neonatal. Better check the fuzz in my navel. People saying, what's going on, are you able? Oh, I'm like Clark Gable. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Where's your hand clapping at? Got a cold steel train. Gotta rock this real nice. Everybody get yourself some bourbon. Gotta get a couple of ice. Dice rolling, and I rolling. I'm swollen like some hydrocephalus. Oh, did I say that? I'm medical, keep going. Diamonds on your wheelchairs. Diamonds on your wheelchairs. Nursing homes coming up. I said there's diamonds on your wheelchairs. I guess the nursing home's coming up. Diamonds on your windshields, tears straight from heaven. Pulling into town on the interstate. I love y'all. I'm gonna get on stage before it's too late.
There's a dead bird in my coffee. 2 hookers and some ketchup. And gravy on my cigarette. All across this lamppost night. And now I want to share with you some Nighthawk postcards from 18th Street. I want to take you on kind of an inebriational travelogue here. Screw off the top from that bottle of bum wine, it'll all be fine. Let me be your guide through the ghost town of my brain. Let me show you the postcards and snapshots from the haunted city of my heart. Let me introduce you to old buddies and former flames. Let me tell you their long, sad tales. Let me show you the places where I've fallen down in the gutter, fallen in love, been flattened by fists and flattered by compliments. Come with me, we'll take a tramp across the cracked sidewalks and trampled roses. We'll trip the light fantastic all across this lamppost night. Here's a scummy bar in Milwaukee, River West, with bathroom graffiti that led me to do things I've come to regret. Here's the roiling Mississippi River. Here I am crossing it with Tom Waits on the tape deck and a lit cigarette. I lost my St. Christopher now that I've kissed her, and here's the hot, sticky air of New Orleans caressing my shoulders. Listen, the rusty screech of late-night trolleys in West Philly. I was once an immortal, lighting my hand rolls off the moon, and now I'm riding my bicycle across Milwaukee on a rainy night in June. Say hello to the Trangel with the sad brown eyes and the face tattoos. Hop on board this empty boxcar, drink spiced rum in the rail yard. Look out the window of the F train to Coney Island to glimpse the cyclone rising from the sea. And here's a charming bastard to bend me over in the filthy bathtub of a motel room, to give me bone bruises on my knees. And here I'm climbing up on a rooftop, draining all the bottles and then watching them shatter in the street. I'm lighting off firecrackers in Chicago alleyways. I'm having my tarot read on Venice Beach. I'm dreaming of ghosts on the Day of the Dead. I'm wide awake in Pilsen on a Chicago ash March morn. Across the phone lines comes the crackly voice of a bear, singing an off-key rendition of an Elvis Costello song. Here's a pub where I waste my nights with the boys and the girls, the booze and the pills, cheap sex and cheap thrills. Here I'm going back and forth through time. I am 17, 21, 37, pogoing at a punk rock show with a tall boy of Pabst in my hand. Watch out you don't get magicked by that old Milwaukee voodoo. And who do we have here? A gal with hair like straw and mud who smells like whiskey, salt, and smoke. It's because of her that my heart is broke. And here's a girl with a diamond in her mind playing accordion to the passerby as night falls on the near-winter streets of Chicago town. And when I get tired of burning bridges, tearing the city down, I'll be leaning on a bar stool talking to a boy with eyes like blue sapphire gin, deep dimples, and a dangerous grin. I'll be listening to Southern boys singing lonesome songs, thinking about all the things I could do, the places I could go next, realizing it don't really matter, friend, 'cause chances are, more than likely, I'll be held over for another smashed weekend. Make sure they play my theme song, I guess Daisy will have to do. Just get me to New Orleans and paint shadows on the pews. Spit on the pig and kick the drum and let me down. Put my clarinet beneath your bed till I get back in town. Let me fall out of the window with confetti in my hair. Deal out jacks are better on a blanket by the stairs. I tell you all my secrets, but I lie about my past. Send me off to bed forevermore. make sure she's all in calico in the color of a doll. Wave the flag on Cadillac Day and a skillet on the wall. Cut me a switch, or hold your breath till the sun goes down. Write my name on the hood, send me off to another town, and just let me fall out of the window with confetti in my hair. Deal out jacks for better on a blanket by the stairs. I tell you all my secrets, but I lie about my past. So send me off to bed forevermore. Fall out of the window with confetti in my hair. Deal out jacks for better on a blanket by the stairs. I tell you all my secrets, but I lie about my past. Send me off to bed forevermore. Won't you send me off to bed forevermore?
I don't like the word poetry, and I usually don't like poets. The world is a hellish place, and bad writing is destroying the quality of our suffering. I like beautiful melodies telling me terrible things when the weather's rough and it's whiskey in the rain. I got a bad liver and a broken heart. Champagne for my real friends and real pain for my sham friends. And I drunk me a river since you tore me apart. So play like you need the money. Take your skin off and dance around in your bones. The earth is not my home. I'm just passing by. A cracked tree still there, growing stronger and stranger every day. Cheers.
But I don't want to go among mad people, Alice remarked. Oh, you can't help that, said the cat. We're all mad here. I'm mad. You're mad. How do you know I'm mad? Said Alice. You must be, said the cat, or you wouldn't have come here. And so a secret kiss brings madness with the bliss, and I will think of this when I'm dead in my grave. Set me adrift and I'm lost over there, and I must be insane to go skating on your name. And by tracing it twice, I fell through the ice of Alice. Our way upstream.
Last night I dreamed that I was dreaming of you. And from a window across the lawn I watched you undress, wearing your sunset of purple tightly woven around your hair. That rose and strangled ebony curls moving in the yellow bedroom light. The air is wet with sound, the faraway yelping of a wounded dog, and the ground is drinking a slow faucet leak. Your house is so soft and fading as it soaks the black summer heat. A light goes on and the door opens, and a cat runs out in the stream of half-light and into the yard. A wooden cherry scent is fairly breathing the air. I hear your champagne laugh. You wear 2 lavender orchids, one in your hair and one on your hip. A string of yellow carnival lights comes on with the dusk, circling the lake with a slowly dipping halo. And I hear a banjo tango, and you dance in the shadow of a back poplar tree. And I watched as you disappeared. I watched as you disappeared. I watched as you disappeared. I watched as you disappeared.
We've come to nearly the end of our evening, and I just want to thank everyone. I want to thank Wasted and Wounded with Jordan Kobishop on the drums, Patrick McMains on the bass, Brent Mitchell on guitar and vocals. I want to thank Sugar Whiskey with Georgia Bellas on theremin, hula hoop, and vocals, Sam Nielsen on ukulele and vocals. I want to thank Nick Ramsey and Esteban Colon. I want to thank John Bloner for coming up with the idea of this whole thing. I want to thank Tom Waits for having his 70th birthday so we can celebrate him tonight. I want to thank Don Miller and Fusion, the bartenders, and all of you for being, and Voices and Verses. How can I forget?
I want to thank Jessie McMains too.
And Voices and Verses. And we have one last song, and it's a sing-along. The song is called I Don't Want to Grow Up.
I don't actually, can I say something right here? I don't actually know this song. I'm going to try to do it anyway, because I don't know much of what I do. I want to interject something. If I got to meet Tom Waits, I would want to tell you guys, what's wrong with you? Test for difficulties. Jack wants you. No.
Yell it out, Brian. You're
Well, I can yell it out.
That make it loud.
Maybe just this way. So I'm gonna get this one. Check. So this is really, this is not on the docket here, and I'm not supposed to do this, and it's really inappropriate. Except that Tom Waits would like this. If I ran into Tom Waits, I'd want to tell him my favorite piece of bathroom, what do you call this? The stuff you write on the wall, you know? Graffiti. Yes, my favorite bathroom graffiti. And because I think he would like it, because he's that kind of guy. And I want to share it with you guys tonight. I was once in a bathroom where the urinals are lined up as they are in a men's room, long line, and the wall, went across and it turned over this. So somebody had written above me, if you can read what's written here, all of it, you're peeing on the guy's foot standing next to you. That's it. I've been thinking about that a lot this morning. That's what's been on my mind the whole time.